Hi, ladies. How are you? How is everyone? I hope you guys are good. I'm sorry I'm running late. I have had a crazy day. I have had a crazy day. And I can't even...
Hey, baby. How was Vegas?
Oh my gosh, so much.
I can't even begin to tell you, like, what is happening in my life right now. But it has been crazy. Okay? Just crazy. So I hope you guys are all good. And I'm trying to get myself up and live. And I'm not even sure if I'm live yet. You guys, I'm having my own moment. Okay? And so... it's been a day already. I have already had a day. So, I don't know if you guys are here or who's here. Yay, Lucy, yay! Sorry, I'm having my moment. Today has been, woo, a day. So, I hope you guys are good. Can you hear me good, Lucy? Because last week they were fussing at me and telling me they can't hear me. So, I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm hoping that you guys can hear me, and I'm just trying to fix my, live part, you know, yay! So tell me if you guys can hear me better this week. You can hear me? Awesome! Then I fixed it! Awesome. Okay, cool. So tell me how your week has gone. I want to hear how your week is going, Lucy. Can anybody else tell me how their week is going? I'm going to move my stuff. Hey, crafty girl. I'm sorry, I was running late today. It's just been crazy. So tell me what you guys have been doing. Tell me what you've been doing since we last talked. And... I did get my Facebook group up, so if you guys go and look on Facebook for Crafting Mamas, and try and send a notification to join, then I'll see you. Oh, your daughter moved out, Lucy? Oh, but now you have a craft room? That's awesome. I mean, I know it's sad because when my oldest one moved, and it was very sad for me. I was very sad, but I can totally relate. So tell me what you girls have been working on. I know that people wanted to see what's in my to-do box, in my little, in my project box, and I got it right here. Who else is here? I see Lucy. I see Crafty Girl. And it says a whole bunch more of you are here, but I don't see you. Everybody, while you're here, please give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. So I did not get all the crafting that I wanted to get done this week. I did not. I will not lie. I did not get it done. And... I almost didn't make it on today because of just my day and how it's been. So, this is my box of projects that are not finished. And I have many more. I have more than one box, but this is the box I'm going to show you. So, isn't that ridiculous that I have a whole box of projects that you know what I am going to do though really quick before I start digging through my box of projects. I need a glass of water, and I also need to, I want to send the link of our live stream to other people. Everybody say hi who's here. I see there's a bunch of you, so please say hi. I would love to see you guys. Just telling each other what you're working on. I have a ton of stuff on my wish list. Did anybody else make their crafty wish list yet? I have a ton of things to do on my crafty wish list. Have you guys done yours? I'm looking for my, I'm sorry, you guys. So tell me what's on your crafty wish list, and then I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you what I've been up to. So did anybody finish their buttons from last week? I did my buttons. I made a bunch of buttons, and I didn't make as many as I wanted, but I started a bunch more, so I have that going on. I did our Crafting Wellness Facebook group. I started that. You guys, I don't know. This week has been a little weird for me. It's just been weird. So that's where I've been. So it's just, it feels like it's summer. It's so hot, but yet I don't know. You know, when you live in a touristy area like I do, you sort of judge things based on when people show up and when they come into town and that sort of thing. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. So I don't know what you guys, tell me some stuff you guys are, what you've been doing. You know, I want to hear all about it. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to, I told a couple people that I would text them really quick and tell them when I was on, so I'm just trying to do that really fast, and it's not very fast. Okay. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Hi, Scotty. Awesome. My peeps are here. So, does anybody, if anybody has Michelle, I can't pull it up on my computer for whatever reason, it won't pull up, but if anybody could go to Michelle's Facebook group, if you guys joined last week, and let them know that we're on. I promised them I would post it, but girls, I'm having my own remedial moment. It's very hot in Texas. It's really hot here. It is so hot. So anyway, so tell me what you girls have done. What's been on your crafty agenda all week? I want to hear. I want to know. I had these grandiose ideas because I told you guys that my daughter cleaned out my craft room, right? We had that whole conversation and how ridiculous that was. And so then I went through and I started looking for projects that I have, but I just don't know where they are because of my daughter. And I love her, and I'm not upset by it, but it's just one of those things. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to get myself situated. So anyway, I found one of my boxes. I have lots of boxes that have lots of projects in them. I definitely have lots of projects. Probably have more projects than the average person, but you know, here, let me show you guys my buttons. I didn't finish all of them, but I finished some of them, and here are some of the buttons that we made last week in our live stream. And I have some more somewhere here on my table, but I can't see them right off the top of my head. Can you guys see them? I think they came out pretty good. I mean, I don't know. They're going to be, you know, used as buttons for my junk journals. Lucy, where in Australia are you from? Well, anyway, so these are the buttons, and if those of you that were here, I think they came out pretty good. I mean, I'm kind of happy with them. I could do a little more, but, you know, I think they came out good. So I'm liking them. Can you guys see them good or no? And the lighting in here, you know what? I never know how it's going to be. If it's going to be hot or cold, or, I mean, hot or cold. Now we're talking about the weather. If it's going to be bright or if it's going to be, in my camera, I took the autofocus off because it jumps around. You live in Queensland. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. They really do look different when they're dry. They do. And I'm sorry that I can't adjust the autofocus, but I like them. I'm kind of happy with them. So you guys make them. If you haven't tried it yet, it's really fun. I'm liking the buttons too. I'm really liking them. So I'm kind of happy with them. All right, are you guys ready to look at my crafty mess? You worked on index cards this week? That's awesome. I did not. You guys, I didn't even look for my stuff this week. Anyway, from the time I was on with you guys on Friday to today, I've had ridiculousness. But it's okay. I'm almost done with my ridiculousness. Okay, so here is my box of projects. I have tons of them. Some of them you've seen. Like this one we made together. I just haven't done anything with it. So I know if I'm going to ever do anything with them, I leave them in here. This is the one if we decide to do a little journaling by fives today. This is the one that I started. This is the one I made with you guys. I still haven't messed with the front of the because it was a Japanese book. It has the cover, you know how they open backwards for us. So I haven't messed with that, but I will show you. So those are a couple projects I have going on. Okay, so how many of you are addicted to jelly printing on magazine pages? I am so addicted. Everybody that's watching and lurking, say hi. Just say hi. We're not gonna, you know, we're happy you're here with us, but just shout it out. Let us know you're here. And if you guys could give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. So I am obsessed with jelly printing on magazine pages. So I have a few of these, and some of them I have some really nicer ones somewhere, but these are in this box, and I'll show you why. This is that one of those flip book. I mean, one of those. Hey, Mary Ellen. Just say hi. We're happy you're here. This is one of those books that we did, the flag books that Rose, if you guys haven't gone over to her channel, Create a Peek, over and check it out. Hers are way better than mine, but here's one of them. Hi, Dee. Yay. Yes, Diana loves jelly printing. Hi, Carol. You're lurking. Hey, you're in Adelaide. Awesome. Please lurk. We love lurking, and we love speaking up, and you can say whatever you want. Nobody's going to tell you anything different. So these are some wax bags that I had that I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them. I usually use them in jelly printing, and I put them between my pages if I'm painting. So I had them in my project box to, I think I was going to put them in a jelly printing, in a book that I have in here. And then you guys can see some of my serendipity paper that we worked on, which, how many of you guys made that? Was it fun? Hey, Michelle! How many of you guys, how was Jaden's birthday, Michelle? Did he have a good birthday? I hope so. So here's a little bit of the leftovers from serendipity paper. And for those of you that don't know what serendipity paper is, one of a kind paper. And so we made this together, or we made some of it, and then I just put it in here because I have a junk journal in here. Let me show you guys. So this is just one of my many. I probably have 5 or 6 boxes of stuff that I haven't done anything to. Hi, Marianne. Hey, Carol. Hey, Lucy. So these are more serendipity papers that I haven't die cut. Okay, so have you guys ever looked on my channel and saw the, I made a flowish style journal with a bag. And so I had started this one thinking that I might use this the same way, but as you can see, I didn't. The only thing I did was I took the bag apart and I sewed it together, and I made some pockets, and I left one end open, and I made some pockets in it, and then this end's open too. So this was like the beginning of something, which I don't know how well you guys can see all of it. You're decorating serendipity now, Diana. Awesome. So this is the beginning of a flowish journal that I haven't done anything with, but I was making it out of a paper bag. Alright, here is another journal that I made. Alright, ladies, you ready for this? This was my hot glue extravaganza. You guys can laugh. Are you ready? Hey, Patricia. Welcome, everybody. Shout it out. Chat with us. We love it. Okay, so this was, I can't even remember the kind of book it was, but it didn't have this texture on it. And I did this texture with hot glue. And I let my daughter paint it. and she picked purple, but I'm not crazy about the purple. So I'm thinking I may go back and paint it all white or paint it a more neutral color. But this is in my box of stuff to do that I haven't finished. Okay, and you guys can see it has a hidden pocket. You ready? Hidden pocket. I haven't even finished it, and it's got some crazy color. This is what happens when you let a 10-year-old pick out your color palette. Oh, you had people make oh great, Scotty. Scotty says she had students make a bag project similar to the one that I have, and they picked a topic to do research. Oh, I love that. So this has the secret pocket. If you go, I know I must have shown you guys in one of my many videos how to cut this out and make it, right? And it's not that difficult, but it is sort of like fiddly. You know, you have to like take your time when you do it. And then this is the back. Now, I'm going to make some sort of a junk journal out of it. Obviously I have to leave the pink on the inside, but I'm not crazy. I love purple, but I don't like this shade of purple and how it came. You like my daughter's choices, Elaine? Well, I'm thinking I might want to make it like more neutral. I don't know. We'll see. So it's in my box of stuff. Okay. Alright, here is all the makings of the beginning of a junk journal that I'm making with the Dr. Seuss book. Somebody asked me, like, how do I begin? Like this. Okay, so I took this book apart and I put the tape in. It doesn't have any, oh, and look, see, so I was collecting stuff in a bright color palette for this. So, it's got paint chips galore, and you can see some stuff that I was going to go in it, and I haven't done it. And we were talking about magazine book pages, magazine envelopes. Here's one of mine that I made out of just a magazine from here. And just, you know, so this was like just some stuff that wouldn't necessarily use all of it, but I was just picking brightly colored stuff out to go into this potential junk journal, all the way down to some scrapbooking paper and some animal bingo cards, and more garden bingo cards, and a calendar bit, pattern paper. So you guys see, this is the beginning of a junk journal for me. So this was like in my project box. And remember when I told you guys that I made paper? You have, what did you say? You have a shed full of papers like this? Awesome! Remember when I told you guys I made paper? I did 3D paper and cloth dresses. Well, these were some that can you see the bust? They're not finished. Anyway, and paper ruffles. You guys, I've got a lot of stuff going on in here. So, has any of you guys tried this? Let me have to turn a light on over here. It's so dark. All of a sudden, you know, it should, right now, this time of day is usually really bright out. So, it's a little overcast. So, have any of you guys made these ever? Made these like little doll bustiers? I'm going to see if this light, if I turn on this light over here, if it's better. Well, I guess if I plugged it in, it'd help. I may not be able to get it any brighter, girls. It doesn't seem like it's going to get any brighter. I don't know why. It's my ridiculousness. So have any of you guys tried those doll bustiers before? They're fun to make. They are fun to make. So yeah, I did a whole bunch of them. I was in a swap in a group, and they told us that they wanted us to make paper dresses, and I don't know. My understanding of what other people do. They're fiddly like the buttons. It can be rewarding, but they're super fiddly like the buttons. I mean, look how ridiculously, you know, I got here. This is crazy. So, I mean, it's not bad, but it's fun. So this is one of my project boxes, okay? And then you guys, these are made out of paper. Okay, don't even get me started of why I was making 3D rings out of paper, but I was. Okay, it's ridiculous. But I was, okay? I was doing it. I was doing it, I was doing it, I was doing it. And then I made, these are like, this is like paper penguin. A 3D paper penguin. Is that ridiculous too? The first one's like your body type. Okay, Scotty. I love that. It was, anyway. And then some paper ruffles, some brown paper ruffles. And these were fun. This was what I was going to show you guys too. Let me see. So you guys see my project box. You see, like, this is one of my ridiculous project boxes. These I was going to probably take apart and make for some sort of embellishment for a book I was working on. And this is my ridiculousness. It froze for a minute. Did it come back? It's hard for me to tell here. So I'm just going to move my project box off. I'm going to show you guys this. This might interest you. So I had this lady tell me once that, okay, Elaine says, how do you decide when you're done with a project? Oh, Elaine, I don't know. I think it's like a never-ending thing. Anyway, one time I made all these little tiny Midori notebooks. Are you guys into, hey Susan! Have you guys ever made these super tiny Midori notebooks? Well, I made a whole bunch of them to look like leather. And this is just brown paper bags. And then, you could use a hair tie for it if you wanted, for the Midori thing. So I did a bunch of these at some point. Okay? And that was fun. And it's just a brown paper. This one's stuck together because I probably didn't let it dry. I'm guilty of that. Is anybody else guilty of that? So anyway, these are made out of brown paper bags and to look like leather. Okay? But these are kind of cool. This you guys might be interested in. These I made. These are all jelly prints, right? And when you jelly print on magazines, you really start to learn how not all magazine pages are equal. So for a while there, I was making doodle books or little tiny sketchbooks out of these jelly prints. And these are all those, these are all those, ready? Those one-page books. So this lady one time said that I was like the thriftiest person she knew or something. And then, anyway, this is one of those one-page books. And then this one is a couple of those one-page books put together with a piece of magazine, just a magazine page. And then I used to make these and stick them in my junk journals or give them to my daughter, and and I doodle in them. You could use them as glue books. They're super fun, super easy to make. Have you guys ever done that? They're really, really fun. So that I can show you guys how to do. So I made a whole bunch of them, and as I mentioned, not all magazine pages are equal. So some of them come out better than others, like the thickness so I have that. So that's what these are. These are all those one-page books. Super fun, super easy. You can do it with any kind of paper. You don't just have to do it with jelly printed magazine pages, but that's what I did. Because I was making little tiny glue books, and at one point in time I was getting a lot of comments from people saying, I don't have a lot of money for supplies, so, I appreciate it when you show us how to use what we have. So those are some of my projects. Eileen, And you know, I don't know how you actually decide when a project's done. Sometimes I just know, and then other times I keep working on it until I'm better with it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to all you guys? And I think I did fix my volume problem. It was a setting in my computer that I was not sure of. So that is where I'm at right now. So, and these are, you know, these are just some junk journals or some that I made with you guys. The volume is better. Woohoo, I'm so glad. I couldn't figure out what was wrong because it's a set, the camera has its own volume, and it was some setting inside my computer that I wasn't sure. Scotty says you know a project's done when you're sick of it. You know, I can relate. I can completely and utterly relate. So I don't exactly, oh, the other thing I was working on, let me see if I can find it. I have a stack of them here. I gutted some, I have just a couple. I do have a stack of, I have a box of faux finish journal covers, but I gutted a couple of books. Yeah, I've got many books, but I gutted a few books, and I'm thinking of doing, I'm thinking of being inspired by Michelle and doing a shabby chic cover for this. So that was something I'm considering. I'm like, you know, toying with doing. And I have to just pick the fabric. The good and bad is I like the way, the bad thing is this was a war novel. Okay, so I'm not big into war novels or war anything, but I liked the size of it. And I haven't done anything to finish the inside. But see how both sides of the pages have whoever was in, like, regimented this and regimented that? So I'm gonna, I have to find some fabric or jelly prints or something to cover it, and that I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do yet. And then this one, I liked the size of the book because it fit in what I'm thinking of doing with it. Obviously going to be a junk journal. So that is that was near my crafting mess, my ridiculous crafting mess. So do you girls have any sort of requests for anything? I'm happy to work on anything in my project box. I'm not really feeling like the bodice thing though. I don't feel like making one of those. First of all, I would have to find a doll to wrap around, the body part with, but I don't have that. I don't have it close by. So what do you girls have in mind? Does anybody have any sort of feeling or thought process or anything that they've seen so far that they go, oh, that would be kind of fun to see, to work on that today? Of the stuff that I showed you, of my ridiculousness. I was also thinking I was going to do some jelly printing, so I could do that too. So what do you girls have in mind? Does anybody have a thought or a feeling? Well, if you're going to do a shabby chic cover, I'm thinking of covering it with fabric, but I haven't picked my fabric out. So that we could do on Friday. I mean, I could totally do that on Friday, Patricia, if you want to, if you can wait till Friday to do a shabby chic cover. I can do that on Friday. I just don't have, you have to have the fabric, and that I don't have in front of me. I don't have what I want. I have what I want in my head, but you want to do some jelly printing? Okay, we can totally do that. You've been using jelly prints for your iCads, Elaine. Great. You know, also, that serendipity paper works great for your iCads. Because you make a whole page of it, and then you have it. Alright, if you girls want a jelly print for a little bit, we can do that. So just give me 2 little shakes of a lamb's tail. Let me just grab my jelly plate, which I think is behind me. And we can do that. And, yeah, so tell me what you guys are working on besides your iCads. And You know, Scotty, jelly printing is... Diana, are you on? Jelly printing, I love jelly printing. First of all, it's addictive, I think. And second of all, you can jelly print on anything. So there's not anything, it's like not a... Hey, Carol. It's not... Like, you don't have to be, like, good at it to get a result. So, you know, I love jelly printing, and I love putting all the pages in my junk journals, and I love making library pockets with my jelly prints. All right, you guys, give me like 1 second, and let me just grab my jelly plate. I think it's behind me. Hopefully it's behind me. Diana, tell everybody about your jelly printing. Jelly printing is so fun. Okay, guys, my jelly plate has seen better days. Okay, can you see it? It has definitely got a lot of love going on it. I just need to get a couple things, and I'll be right there, and we can jelly print away. Coming right back, you guys. I haven't gone anywhere. I was looking for my wipes. No, I have a whole bag of baby wipes, but I saw my daughter with them earlier, and I don't know where she put them. I want to clean my jelly plate really quick, and then I've got some paint, and I just need some paper, and we can jelly print away. We can go for it. We can have a jelly printing party. I was in a group the other day where somebody mentioned that they had some really ugly, really ugly paper from old scrapbooking paper. Okay, and their really ugly old scrapbooking paper, they wanted to know what to do with it. Their ugly old scrapbooking paper. So I said jelly print, because you know, like everybody has some old scrapbooking paper that you bought at the time. You thought it was great, and then you have it and you're just like, what was I thinking? We all have that, and you know, it's like fun to branch out and to do and use different stuff. Okay, so all you need now, you know what? I have one of my friends does jelly printing using or a mono printing using glass. So if you don't have a jelly plate, if you have the inside of a frame, you can do something similar. I'm looking for my brayer, you guys. It's like, you know, seriously. You guys, I had the worst day. Can I just say it out loud? Here's some jelly prints, you guys. These are made with magazine pages. Aren't they cool? You guys, can I just say to you, I had the worst day. Okay? The worst. It wasn't totally like the end of my means bad, but it was definitely not good. Definitely. So, and you guys, I haven't even seen my brayer. Okay, so we're going to jelly print with no brayer. That'll make it even better, you guys. See, all these are jelly printed. Okay? And I saved those in a different box. But you can see, like, you can get a really cool texture on a lot of cool things. Jelly printing. You don't, okay, what am I missing what you guys are saying? You never jelly print ever? It's fun. Jelly printing is fun. So these are all magazine pages, and I love using them. I tear them, use them in my collage work. I also tear them. That one I wasn't gonna. I liked it. I wasn't gonna jelly print on it. And I use them and make pockets and envelopes and all kinds of stuff. So it's fun. Let me just look one more place for my brayer. I thought it was in. I try to keep all my jelly printing supplies all together in one area, in one painting box. But I must have not done it. Oh well, you don't really, you don't need a brayer. It's good because you can rub your paint thin, but you can also use a bunch of other stuff. Okay, what am I missing? Okay, I'm not talking about doing it with 2 pieces of glass. I'm talking about just using, look, you can use a plastic surface. You don't have to have any of it. You know, you can just use it on a flat piece. Anyway, you know, so I'm just going to use, this is a book, obviously some book pages, and you can, this is that book that I tore up that I told you was a war book. Okay, so let me look one more place for my just one last place for my brayer. Give me 1 second. It's right behind me. Guys, I'm telling you, I've had a day. I have had a day. It has been a day. Yay, I found my brayer. Yay. I have multiple brayers, and that's why I couldn't imagine that I wouldn't leave it where I could find it. Okay. Yes, you can use any flat surface to jelly print on. I mean, it's actually a mono print, so which means just one, so anything's doable. Okay, friends. You know what we can do? Is anybody else going to make along with me? Is anybody else going to do some jelly printing? And then we can make some library pockets. What do you guys have planned? Is anybody planning some big summer, big summer extravaganza? Now, I love this, and I don't know where I got it, but I love this tool, and I use it all the time. Can you see all the different sides to it? And all the texture stuff? I love it. I think it might be for tiling, but I love it. Hey, Sherry. So, I love this tool. And I will show you what I do for my library pockets. So, I print on the top of one part, and then I turn it over and I print on, I'm going to do a different color, so I print on the top of one page and the bottom of another, okay? And it just depends upon if you want to see the writing or not see the writing, or, you know. So these are just top pages. So, I'm obsessed with junk journals too, Michelle. I think I've made, I can't even tell you how many junk journals I've made. Probably way too many, and they're fun, addictive and fun. And I kind of let the book itself, or whatever I'm making the junk journal out of, just sort of like lead me the way, give me a thematic space. So I'm going to use the back end of a paintbrush. Now, you know what's fun about jelly printing in general is that no two are going to be alike, and even if you use the same color palette, they don't usually come out alike. I really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. So So I did, this would be a bottom, this would be a top. I'll show you what I mean. So if you're going to do this and make these into, make them into library pockets. Somebody asked me why I did this way. They were like, why don't you just paint the whole thing? And I said, well, why waste your paint? Hi, Nicole. How are you? So what kind of junk journals are you making, Michelle? Tell me about your junk journal extravaganza. I want to hear about it. I'm all about the junk journal. Never get enough junk journals. One thing I also like about this jelly printing thing, which I don't know if you guys are into it or not, but one thing I like about it is you can use all the household odd, I usually have a whole pile of them, but I don't have any here right now, like all the lids from your shampoo bottles and stuff like that make like excellent marking tools. You know, like, I don't know why I usually keep everything in one box, and I don't have it all. I have a couple of things. This is like a kid's toy that you would play in a, I think it was like a beach toy. But you can use anything to make your marking tools. But usually I have like shampoo bottles, and I have shampoo lids, and I have like these types of caps, you know, from your water bottles too, to make marking tools. I like circles, so a lot of circle bits. So that, it's kind of fun when you use that sort of thing. Some of these are kind of scary papers. Okay, what am I missing? Pockets. Awesome. Pockets. Yes, I love to make, library pockets are one of my favorite things to make. Does anybody else have that addiction too, to library pockets? I do. I love library pockets. Love them. Love, love, love. Okay, what are you guys saying? I'm missing it, I'm missing it, I'm missing it. What never ends, Michelle? What we want to make, or where we are with our, like... So for those of you that asked me last week, I did make a Facebook group. So if you guys Google or go into the search bar on Facebook and look for a Crafting Mama's Facebook group, I made one. I just made it yesterday, or started it the day before, but... And because I'm not friends with all of you guys on Facebook, I don't know how to add you. So I think you have to be, you can't add people that you're not friends with, right? I mean, I don't know. Can you? So if you guys wanted to go on and find it, and then request to join, and then post all the stuff that you make that we do here. That's what, you know, I'm not planning on having any swaps. I wasn't feeling like a swap group. There's so many swap groups on Facebook that I think you can find many to swap in. Really, it was more about an encouraging and share group. So if you guys are all about the encouraging and the share part, go and find it. It'll be fun. It'll be really fun. Oh, on your list of making things? Oh, please, my list is so long. It's a closed group, so you're just gonna have to write Crafting Mamas, or you know what I'll do at the, if you go back and look at the live stream that we did Friday, I posted it in the comment, in the link in the comments. Okay, so I posted it there, but I'll post it after the live stream today. I'll post it in the link there too, so you guys can just join, or just send me a thing, and I'll add you. So the group is just called Crafting Mamas. So it'll be fun. I can't wait to see what you guys, everything that you guys are all creating. You're not in chat anymore. What do you mean you're not in chat anymore? I see your chat. Yes, you're in chat, Scotty. I can see you. I can see your chat. Okay, so you guys, let's get like 5 or 6 made, and then I'll show you how to do the library pocket thing. I'm sort of obsessed with library pockets, and if you guys have a corner punch, they work good on this library pocket too. Just need a pair of scissors and a glue stick. You can't see anyone else's chat? Well, I see you. Maybe you're not logged in. So go, maybe you need to log back into, you know, can somebody please help Scotty? She needs help. I'm not good at, I'm not the aficionado on anything to do with YouTube. I have my own issues. I can see your chat, Scotty. I can see it. Yes, Diana posted some jelly prints already in our group. So she posted some jelly printing journal things in our group, and so that's super fun too. I'm happy for that. So like you guys can go on and see Diana's her journal. She did some really cool ones. Like I would like a couple of those, Diana. Hint, hint. So I would like some. Now, I like the jelly printing part to be super thin, but you know, that's just my preference. You guys, if you like it thicker, go for it and make it thicker. You know, like, I just like pulling the print, and you can put multiple colors. I'm just doing whatever one color right at the moment. Yay, Michelle found it! Yay! Hi, Pam! How are you? How are you? I got here with nothing in my things. Is anybody else obsessed with embellishments? Like, I'm like crazy obsessed with embellishments. I was trying to figure out the other day, like, why I'm so obsessed with embellishments. Is anybody else, like, as obsessed with making embellishments as me? And, like, I have boxes of them, and I don't even know, like, what I'm going to do with all of them. I probably have more embellishments than I have things to put them on. Thanks, Michelle. You're a rock star. I've just had the worst day, guys. Remember I told you guys a few weeks ago when I was ridiculously weepy and crying about my ridiculous situation? Well, I spent the whole day, hours and hours and hours on the phone today with all of that, and it should have been something to have so easily resolved, and it wasn't. And you're obsessed with ephemera? I like ephemera too. Anyway, so I've had like a day where I just was like, seriously, I could have just, if I was like one of those binge whatever, like if I binged 8, or if I was like a person that really needed to have a drink, I would have been drinking already. That's the kind of day I've had, okay? That is the ridiculous day I have had. And so, tell us about Jaden's birthday. Tell us what you did. Did you guys see Michelle's really cool haul video? I didn't get on until the very end. Anyway, I didn't get home in time, but when I finally got home, I went on, and it was awesome. And I was super jealous. Not really jealous, but you know what I mean. You know, when somebody gets some cool stuff, you're like, oh man, I love that. I want that. You start coveting it. He got a little, what kind of present did he get? What little present did he get today? I love birthdays. I love birthdays. Do you guys love birthdays too? I'm like a birthday person. I love birthdays. You got him a huge Lego set. I love that. Nicole, my day is better. You know what? I almost wasn't even going to do it. I wasn't even, because I was in such a funk, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to push through this. I just literally got off. I was late because I was still on the phone. And it was ridiculous, as usual, because that just seems like what goes on in my world some days. And I decided I was just going to push through and come on anyway. Sunday, he gets a really big present. What is he going to get? What's it? Can you tell us what his big present is? I mean, we're not going to go tell him. We're not going to run over to his channel and tell him. Girls, promise you're not going to tell Jaden what his birthday present is, so Michelle will share with us what she got him. What his big present is on for Sunday. It is Crafting Mamas. It might be a space in it. Michelle, does it have a space in it? I can't even, you guys, I'm not good enough to look and be on Facebook, be on YouTube at the same time. So it's just going to be a group about encouraging each other and sharing your projects. And if at some later point I feel like I can handle doing swaps, I might, but at this point I just can't do it right now. I've been in a lot of groups where I've moderated and done swap stuff, and it's a lot of work. Or any of the rest of you in groups like that where you do swaps and stuff, it is a lot of work. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to make my crazy simple library pockets. Let me just move my little jelly plate, move my paint. This is like the easiest thing ever. It takes like no skill, okay? And you can make it out of anything. I've made them junk mail. I like making them out of book pages, but you can make them out of anything. I like making them out of junk mail. I like making them out of book pages. I like making them out of... Anyway, this is just so easy. And you know what's cool is you could make your, if you wanted to make your jelly print, you want to make your envelopes first and jelly print them after you've made them, you can do that too, but I like making them like this. Okay, so here is, okay, wait, let me see, what did you get? I missed it. Don't say it out loud. Oh, wow, Michelle, that's awesome! Oh, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome, great present. Great present. Okay, Elaine's saying years ago she moderated a swap and you created a book of hand-carved haikus. Oh, I love that. It was fun. 15 books is a lot of books to stitch. You know, I'm not opposed to swapping. It's just, right now, with the way things are going in my life, it just would be too much. Okay. Alright, you ready? So this is going to be the top of my pocket, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold up about a third of the page to make the pocket part. Okay, and if you guys have watched my videos, I've done these many different ways. This is the easy cheater way. Hey, Linda! Okay, and then you're going to turn it, and you're going to fold one side back and turn the other side. Now, what's cool about this is you can make your library pockets any size. I've made them super teeny weeny. Okay? This is what it looks like this. And you're going to open it back up. Okay? And you are going to cut where you folded it. Just that little part that you folded back. That tiny, whatever it is, ½ an inch. Okay? That is as simple as it gets, friends, and we're going to glue it down. Now, if you wanted to if you wanted to round your corners, you can. Sometimes what I do is I trim a little off if it feels too bulky, if the paper's too bulky, I'll trim a little off of both the inside. This one I just didn't fold it. I mean, it just had a little bit of extra. You don't need to do this, but it'll lay a little bit better. Okay, do you see? So it looks like this when you cut it. The sides are like that. You don't have to. And that is it. Can't get any simpler. You just put your glue on the inside of those little flaps. Now you need those flaps because that's what's going to give you room in your pocket. See, it's going to open up and give you, it's going to make like your gusset, or I don't know what the technical word for it. It's Crafting Mamas with an apostrophe. Okay, there you go. That's how smart I am. I'm sorry, girls. I didn't remember. I can go back and fix that, I guess. I can change the apostrophe, but it's good enough for right now, right? And then you're going to glue these parts back. Now you can, if you want to trim a little bit off of the sides of these, you can do that too. I do it so that it lays a little flatter, but it's not necessary to have a pocket, to have a good library pocket. I've made everything. I can't even tell you, I've made like, you know those really funny 80s crafting, like, for whatever reason, the recycling place that I go to gets a lot of those old 80s crafting books, you know, like, you can knit today, that sort of thing. If you have a bone folder, use it. I like the back of my scissors, just like, anyway. Voila, library pocket. So there you guys go. There's one down. Now, if you wanted to, I don't have my corner rounders here, but you could round the corners if you wanted at the top. This is such a fun way to use your jelly prints and your jelly printed magazine pages. Now you see why I don't print the whole page, because I kind of like it and I like the two-toneness of it all. But you guys can, I know they're so easy and you can make them out of anything. Like, I've made them out of junk mail and they come out good. Like, you can't make a bad one. You just can't. But like I said, you know, like you can use them, you can use any size paper to make them, and you can make it fit, like especially if you want to put it on the inside of your book, like inside of the front of your junk journal cover. See, skinny, fat, thin, whatever you want to do. And they all look good no matter what. I've never had anything not look bad. They look very effective. I guess they are. I guess that's a good way to put it. They look effective. Yep. So I get a little addicted to these too. I get addicted to these as well. But they're fun. You know, it's super fun to make. And so easy. Anyone can make it, and you don't need... So I started making stuff like this one. You know, like, I didn't have a scoreboard or a template or anything. Like, I don't even think I was... You guys, I lived in my own world when I first began paper crafting. I told you guys I thought you had to make everything. Like, I thought you had to make all your paper and whatever. So when I first started making library pockets, I thought that was the point to it all, was that you made everything yourself. And, you know, and it wasn't, you know, you didn't have to, but, you know, I didn't know, you guys. What did I know? I did not know anything. Try jelly printing. It's so easy, but you know what? You could do this without jelly printing. You could just stencil it. If you have a stencil and some cheap acrylic paint, go for it. You don't need a jelly plate. You know, you could also watercolor your library pockets. You could make them out of serendipity paper. You know, you can do them out of anything. Also use the same pattern and do it on scrapbooking paper. So Carol, it's Crafting Mamas with an apostrophe S, I guess. Or if you go to the video, the live stream that we had a few days ago. Hey, Renee. So this is my library pocket tutorial. So there you go. So now I want I want to see how many library pockets you guys are going to be making. I've made them out of brown paper bags. I have made them out of wax paper, like wax paper that you buy in the kitchen and get in the store, you know, for different things. So, anyway, that's what I've done. Okay, let me see, I'm reading what you guys are talking about. I'm trying to and craft at the same time, which is not always easy. You can do this, Nicole. It is not hard. Okay, let me see. You did what? You filled up your sink with tea? Awesome! So what did you do? Did you... Your sink and your table are covered. You know, you guys, it's so funny. Once you start paper crafting, you're like, do the craziest stuff. Yeah, girls? Has anybody ever had their kids come home, they smell something cooking, and they open the oven, and then they see paper? Like, that's happened to my kids. Like, oh, what are you cooking? It smells good, and it's just I'm baking coffee dyed or tea dyed paper. Am I the only person that happens to? You don't have to have a brayer, Nicole. You know, you do want to put your paint on thin, but you can use a brush. In mono printing, you can use anything. You could even use something that scrapes your paint, you know, like a palette knife. You know, you can use anything. Any sort of tool that's going to apply your paint. So that is as simple as it gets, friends. Okay, and then if you wanted to use your corner rounder, or you could use a template and cut them with freehand cut them. You know, Fiona, if you put them in the oven and you put them on a longer period of time, they'll get really dark. And sometimes every type of tea is different, so it's not all going to stain the same way. But isn't this a fun way to like make a bunch of pockets out of book pages that you have? So Diana's saying that her favorite tool is a silicone spatula, from a kitchen silicone spatula. They won't catch a light, Fiona. If you have a gas stove, put it on the lowest. I mean, it doesn't take very long, but it gets really nice and dark. You're never going to get a really nice dark color, at least I haven't, maybe one of you girls have, with tea, unless you bake it. At least that's been my experience. Maybe you guys have a different kind of tea than I have, but I have tea dyed lots of different paper. And the best results that I've gotten for the darkest tea, I'm not saying coffee, tea has been after I baked it. They come out really dark. Have you gotten a dark color, Renee, from drying them outside in the sun? I haven't seen a difference in the color that way, but maybe there is. I mean, you know. You use your floor and your tile. You don't bake them, Michelle? When you bake them, it's kind of cool, especially if you have like a pizza pan or anything like that. Is if you have a pizza pan with holes in it, you know, the little tiny perforations in it, it'll give your paper those polka dots. And the same with if you have like a pan with lines, it does the same thing. So That is my experience, but you guys, it may be something totally different for you. There's lots of really cool tutorials on tea dyeing and tea staining. Oh, you use your heat gun? Does it make them dark, Pam, when you use your heat gun? I have tea dyed a ton of things, and I haven't, you know, some of them, there was a tea, I'm trying to remember which one somebody sent me. I think it was a hibiscus tea that dyed my papers red. Yeah, a baking rack will definitely make journaling lines. I've used, I have a pizza pan. I've also dried them in my oven in a colander. They'll make really tiny dots. I don't know if you guys have done that. You know, just lay them, pile them one on top of the other, and they make super tiny polka dots. So that is what I have been, that's my experience. But you know what? Watch YouTube. You guys, everybody has a different experience. And I think it depends upon where you live, and I think it... I am making pockets, Linda. Electric radiator heat probably works good too. That's awesome. Yeah, I love hibiscus tea. I mean, I've made some really cool things with hibiscus tea. You can also use all sorts of herbs and stuff too. There's somebody, I'm trying to remember who it was, in one of the groups I'm in, that she used all sorts of, Diana, you probably have a lot of experience with that, where you do a lot of, dyeing with natural things. Diana's an avid gardener, so she probably has more. But anyway, all right. What are we congratsing for? Tell me who got 2,000? Tell me, somebody. I'm missing it. I'm missing it. Trying to trying to fold pockets, and raspberry tea does laces nice. See, I haven't even tried that, so. You're only touching natural dyes. Awesome. Oh, I have 2,000? Oh, yay! Yes. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so brain dead. I'm like thinking, I'm thinking of something else. I was thinking, I don't know, you guys. I'm telling you, my head is just, I'm better today than I was the last time I was so upset. But now I'm better today. I'm having a better day. Better than I was the last time when I had to deal with all that. But it is. Yes, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for being my peeps. Thanks for hanging out with me in my dire day. I've had a few lately. I'm looking forward to not ever having any more. I'm looking forward to like getting past all of it and feeling really good and not ever having to look back again. That is what I'm looking at. I am making pockets, Miss Linda. I wonder if black or green teas would work. Yes, black and green tea, yes, they work. Now, every tea will dye your paper something. It just depends upon the strength of it. I drink a lot of tea, and there are some that die better than others. I'm sorry you're in bed. Ripping napkin layers. I love, you know, you can make these same pockets with napkins. I've done it. I have done it. I have done napkin. Thanks, crafty girl. I love you guys too. If you guys had been on my conference call today, you would have been like, just hang up. I was not in my best form. So you know what? Turmeric works good. Yes, I agree with you. Turmeric does work good. So for those of you that haven't made your own jelly plate, you can, I don't know the cost effectiveness of it, because I know that you guys have craft stores where you get these amazing coupons, like 40 and 50% off coupons. So when you can buy a jelly plate for under $10, I mean, you know, when you get one of those coupons and you can buy a jelly plate for, you know, under $10, then I don't know the cost effectiveness of making one, but I know that you can make custom. Thanks, Renee. The cost effectiveness of making one versus buying one. I mean, Diana has handmade ones, and I know there's lots of people there that make them like small custom sizes. Like if I was going to get a new jelly plate, I would try to get a really small one, because not that that one that I have is big, that one's not, but I would like one of those 3x5, you know, one, or a 2x, I think they even make them iCAD size, you know, 2x3 or 2.5 by 3.5, whatever the dimensions for iCADs are. I know they make them. It's stringy glue. Anyway, I don't know the cost effectiveness of making versus buying, especially if you can get a really good one on sale at one of your crafting, at one of your crafting stores. But I would say, out of all the things that I use on a regular basis, I love it. I use it all the time, and you can use it for lots of different things. And you can use your spray inks on it and stuff like that on it too. You can use watercolors on it. They don't all come out the same as far as the color, like the richness of the color, but you can use just about anything you have. I wouldn't recommend using oil paint though, because I think the cleanup might be not great, but you could use it. Cumin smells like enchiladas. I love cumin. I cook a lot with cumin. Do you guys cook with cumin? You add vanilla. Renee is saying we're talking about coffee dyeing in our chat, or tea dyeing, and Renee is saying that she uses vanilla in her coffee dyes, which I think that's a great suggestion. I haven't, but I think it's a great suggestion. I think it is a great suggestion. So that was library pockets in like no time. Diana's recommending, if you're going to do your jelly plate, use water-based paints only for beginners. I'm the queen of cooking with cumin. I love cumin. I love the smell. I love the taste. Not everybody does. In fact, I made black beans yesterday with cumin. I made black beans and rice and a baked chicken. I put cumin in chili too. I love it. You use vanilla and it makes the world smell wonderful. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds so great. I love that. So on Friday, you guys, I will be so excited to work on a whole full finished product, a whole full finished project. Hi, Bet. How are you? We were just making pockets, library pockets out of jelly printed book pages. That is what I was doing at this very moment. So that is what I was doing at this very moment. So you can use any of those, for all of you that save your book blocks like I do, and we all have tons of them because we've taken our books apart. It's a really fun way to make, you know, pockets, and you can make a lot in a really short period of time. Okay, now remember I told you guys the racy book page story? This is where some of the racy book pages in that, not this particular book that I have here, but I made all these library pockets, and a lot of them had racy text on them. Remember when I told you guys my story of the racy book pages? So, you know, definitely check out your book pages. I mean, you really can't see them on these. The ones I did for her were, I didn't jelly print on them, so they were just book pages, and I think I had painted or decoupaged on top of them, but you could still see it. So go and join us on our Facebook, in our Facebook group, Crafting Mamas. Somebody tell her what it's spelled like and what it's under, because you know me, I am like an airhead lately and can't figure my life out. So it's ridiculous, my ridiculousness of my life. So you'll show her. Thanks, Susan. You talk out loud to us? We're glad you're talking out loud to us, Susan. I talk to myself all the time. Well, I made jelly print a couple more, and may do a little tiny bit more jelly printing. Maybe some stamping on it with my jelly printing. Maybe some stamping with my jelly printing. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. But, you know, my daughter, she made me that logo. Isn't that sweet? She's so good at graphic design and stuff like that. That's like her thing that she made it for me. And I told you guys she's in Tokyo, right? So, yeah, I put the Facebook group up last week right after we talked. But I couldn't find where she'd left the logo for me. And so she and I traded calls for several days until finally she walked me through it. And I have to tell you guys, she was like laughing at me. She was laughing at me so much. She was like, anyway, she was like, I couldn't, you know, I'm not a graphic designer like her, so I cannot use all those Adobe Photoshop and all the things that she does the way she does it. And she basically thinks that, you know, everything comes really easy to her like that. So she thinks I'm so ridiculous. Like when I can't figure it out or do it, she's like, what is wrong with you? Like, woman, get it together. So I don't know what kind of tool this is, girls, but if you can find one, get one. Somebody must have given it to me because I did not buy it. So, but I like it a lot, so use it a lot for a bunch of different stuff. Okay, what are you saying? Does anyone stream during the day on Thursdays? And you have to sit for 5 hours, Scotty? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Who streams on Thursdays? You know, Scotty, I don't know. I'm not on enough to know. Does anybody else know? Does anybody? Well, somebody. Hopefully, are you approving everyone, Diana? I hope so. Of course, you're approved. I don't know who streams on Thursdays. I told you guys on Thursday mornings. I mean, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is Dee Dee Willingham, but she streams early on the East Coast, so you guys have to look her up. I mean, it's super early for me. Like if I often get up and watch her. I haven't lately, but I often get up and watch her, and she is on like she's on super early. I want to say like 4 a.m. my time, which would be what time? It would be like 10 a.m. on East Coast time. So she's on that early. And Tuesdays, Carla streams Caged Fish, which if you guys haven't watched her, she's amazing. She streams on Tuesdays. I don't know if she'll be on this next Tuesday because she was moving. She was driving across country moving. So she streams on Tuesdays. I try to do Tuesdays, which would be night for you guys. Tuesdays and Fridays are my days, but I don't know about Thursday. You know who streams a lot, but I haven't been able to catch her streams lately, is Eileen McGinnis, and I love her as well. She streams, she does a couple of different things that I've seen. She has a vlog, which is fun. She also does like projects, live streams, and then she does a collaborative project with another artist. And I want to say they're called International Crafters, but I don't know. Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafts, who I love. If you guys haven't watched her, she's super fun. She does a pajama party. Does she do a pajama party? Is it on the weekends or is it on the weekdays? Does anybody know? But if you go and you subscribe to their channel and you click that little bell next to their name, it gives notifications. It lets you know when people are streaming. Alright, what am I missing? Okay, they're asking where some tools found, and Nicole's saying they can be found in a paint department, possibly a wallpaper department. Okay. I asked Michelle last time, and she says it's whenever it moves her to do it. So you have to definitely subscribe and hit the bell. Like, do the little... It's 6 a.m. where you are, Scotty? Where are you, Scotty? I'm sorry. It's 6 a.m. what? When Dee Dee Willingham does her... Yeah, it's like 4 in the morning here, okay? So I have a hard time getting up that early, too. Who does live a lot? Who am I missing, you guys? I missed the top part. Okay, my jelly plate has dried out, which is, like, not good. I mean, just my paint's dried out, so... And I don't have a clear water bottle here, so I just have water that I used in some paint. So let me see if that works. You're in Arkansas? Oh, and Dee Dee streams? Yeah, it's early. It is early when Dee Dee streams. It's early for me. But you know what? But she goes on for a long time. Dee Dee, like, she streams for hours. So, I mean, like, 4 and 5 hours sometimes. And it's always worth it. And she streams live on Ustream. And then you catch the replays on... catch the replays on YouTube. Yeah, 6 a.m. is a little early for me too. Stacy's streaming now. I love Stacy. But she's also sporadic. Like, she doesn't stream the same time all the time. So, like, she didn't used to stream on Tuesdays. She used to stream on Mondays. Like, Mondays and Saturdays, I think. But now, like, you never know. And, like, sometimes she'll just stream spur of the moment. Like, I've gotten, like, a notification, like, she's streaming and it'll be at a time when you didn't. She's a little bit like you, Michelle. She likes to go with the flow and do it, like, whenever, right? She doesn't like rules. Which I don't necessarily like rules, but if I don't make a commitment, girls, if I don't make a commitment to doing it, my life will just I will have so many Lucy moments that I can't even manage to get any of it done. Like, it just will be a mute point for me. So if you guys have those, I love them, but I don't have any in front of me. I don't know where I put them, but I love the, you know, the shampoo bottles that have the oval top. I use that. Also the inside of the deodorant. You know how it comes with like some deodorants? I don't know if it's all deodorants, but some of them come with a plastic insert that has like a little tab on it. I use those as well to jelly print, and I like that a lot. There's a bunch of different things I've used, but I like that one's good. Is this one good? Maybe I'll put a little pink on it. So before you go throw all your stuff away, they make really cool marking tools. So before you throw it away, see if it's something you might want to use. Okay, that's my big recycling. That's my recycling plastic for the moment. I love watching Stacy. She makes me laugh. I enjoy her company. She always does. She's a really fun, creative person, and I like her. I like what she does. So Diana's saying, get some yarn and make string art using your jelly plate. Great tip, Diana. I like it too. So saying that, I haven't done any, I haven't done any string art in a long time. Stacy's Pink Poodle Crafter. She's fun, Susan. She is super fun, super creative. She is a fun go-to girl, and she does some fun live streams. She must be feeling better lately, because she's been doing a lot more lately. At least even if I don't make it in time to see them, I get the notifications. So that's why if you find an artist that you really like, and they do live stream, make sure that you want to, check them out when they're doing it live. Make sure you click that little bell button, because it'll give you the notifications that people are going live when they do. And I like that, I like that. So for those of you that just want to invest in one little tool, I say jelly plate. You can, especially if you get one with it, you can get a coupon. If you can get the coupon thing going on, definitely do the jelly plate. Crafty Girl's asking whose birthday is in July. Do any of you girls have a July birthday? Anybody have a July birthday? She's saying her birthday is July 1st. So, whose birthday is in July? I want to hear about it. Whose birthday is July 1st? I want to hear about it. Besides Crafty Girl, she's saying her birthday is July 1st. And she's asking who else has a birthday in July. Anybody else? August, Elizabeth. Oh yes, I love Scrappin' Lizzie. You guys have to go check her out. She is so sweet. She is the sweetest lady ever. I love Scrappin' Lizzie. If you guys haven't watched Scrappin' Lizzie, go and watch her. She is great. Does she do live streams? Does she live stream? Does anybody know? Linda, you know what? I got my jelly plate on Amazon, but you guys live where you can get, and you can probably even buy a kit, like jelly printing kit that'll come with the brayer and everything. I don't know. I just bought mine on Amazon. But you can, if you guys have a craft store near you and you get those, I'm always seeing you guys talk in other groups about how you get those Hobby Lobby coupons and how you get those coupons for Michaels and that sort of stuff. If you get those kind of coupons, buy it when you get a coupon, because I think it's probably, you can get one really inexpensive if you get a coupon. When's your birthday, Nicole? No, you don't need a jelly plate. You don't need a jelly plate. You don't need, no, you can use any sort of surface to do it on. But if you are going to get one, get them when they're on sale, you know? Get one when they're not, when they're super cheap, and when they're on sale, and then try it out. I don't know. Ask Diana. She made her own. How much did yours cost you to make, Diana? Can you tell everybody? I don't know. See, where I live in Hawaii, everything's expensive. So even if you could get it here, it would be more expensive. I'm using a jelly plate, Renee. Seasons in March. You know what? You can. Mine's little. This is like a, what is this? Like a 6x6. This one's not even a big one. And I use this, I have a bigger one, but I like this one. I like this size because I can manipulate it easy, and I can even use it like a stamp. You know, where you put the, where you put it on a different, anyway, where you, put it on, sorry you guys, I'm having a brain moment. Having like one of those, what do you call it, you know, like when you can't think. Susan, she's called Scrappin' Lizzie. So she's fun. You have to watch her. I adore her. She reminds me, like, she's just so sweet. I just really, I don't know. I like her a lot. So I would say definitely subscribe to her channel. Okay, Diana's telling you her recipe, if you read her recipe for a jelly plate. Okay, her recipe for a jelly plate was 3 6-ounce bottles of glycerin and 2 boxes of gelatin. Okay? Diana's saying she paid less than $20 for hers. And how big did you make yours? How big did you make yours? How big did you make yours, Diana? I want, and you know what's kind of fun is you can make them, if you have cookie cutters, you can make them in all kinds of shapes. Molds and different things like that. I'm sorry, my paint's drying out. It's so hot and humid here today. It's like, I don't know. Nothing's like, it's like having its own moment. So, that's what I think. Anyway, you found her, awesome. So Diana made hers 8x10. The kind of cool thing about making your own is when it gets all mucky or you rip it, you can stick it back in the microwave, right, Diana? Problem with me is I don't have a microwave. Okay, I'm probably the only person on the planet that doesn't have a microwave, but I don't have one. No microwave from Loft, but that's okay. Diana's saying that she shared, you shared Scrappin' Lizzie's, what did you share? You have to sign up for whose newsletter? Whose newsletter do you have to sign up for to get a video? I'm sorry, you guys. I can't. I'm incapable of reading and watching today at the same time. Like, I mean, reading it and creating today. Today's not my good day for that. So Diana's saying that, oh my God, Susan, you make me laugh. Weren't you eating cookies the last time? Weren't you eating cookies on Michelle's stream? Or was it my stream you were eating cookies? And I had to have cookies after that. I was thinking about cookies forever after that. Diana's saying that you can reheat and melt your, and re-pour your jelly plate when you make your own. And it is, it's an easy way to do it. Okay, I'm almost done, and then I'll make a few more pockets. Alright, girls, I promise you on Friday I will be really prepared and in a better state of mind and not be having the garbage that's going on in my personal life affect my crafting extravaganza, which obviously I let it do that today, which I'm sorry, but I just couldn't get it together today, girls. I just could not get it together. Fiona saying that her girlfriend yesterday brought her a video camera. Awesome! That's awesome, Fiona. So you're going to start making videos? We'll have to come and watch you. Make sure you let us know. Make sure you let us know, and we will come and watch. Oh, happy birthday, Pam. That's awesome. Did you guys see that? Pam's birthday's in 2 days. You guys, we're sending you a crafty birthday hug. That's so good. Happy birthday. Do you have big birthday plans? I hope so. You know, girls, I'm just going to fold them all first, and then I'm going to go back and, I'll go back and cut and glue them before we end. So, on Friday, I thought I have a couple things I have in mind to do on Friday. Happy birthday, Pam. Hey, Ash! So, Friday, I would like to work on making an envelope junk journal. How many of you girls are in for that? I have a couple of envelope junk journals I have to get made, and so I might as well take you on my envelope junk journal making. So if you want to join in, all you need is any sort of envelope, like a manila envelope, like a 6x9 or an 8x12 or 8x10, you know, the big yellow envelope. You need that. I'm thinking of doing some napkin decoupage. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. My head can't. I can see what I want to say, but it's just not coming out. So napkin decoupage. I may do a little painting, a little collaging, maybe even some serendipity paper. And then what I thought we would do is we'd make them Midori style. Are you girls in for that? Are you in for making it Midori style? So then if we're going to make it Midori style, you need some sort of elastic. You can get a hair elastic, you can buy elastic. I don't know if we're going to do grommets or not, because I don't, honestly girls, I haven't recovered from my daughter cleaning up, from my daughter doing my craft extravaganza, hers of cleaning up my stuff. So I want to find my thing, I don't know where my grommet gun is. Serendipity paper is one-of-a-kind paper. We made it a couple of You know what? I'll do a small tutorial on that and put it on my channel. Not now, but later on. That just shows you the paper. Okay. We did it at the very end of the last live stream we did. A Midori notebook, or a faux dory notebook, is a book that has no, you don't sew it in, right? You bind your things with elastic. So it's really, so if you guys want to make along and want to bring some hair elastics and a small envelope, I think you can probably fit a hair elastic around a 6x9 envelope. When you fold it up, it ends up being smaller than that, but you know. So you need that. You need some paper. Midori, it's a traveler's notebook too. Yes, Elaine, it's a name for a traveler's notebook as well. So you can look at and see. You can look and see if you have any hair elastics. You can do it with hair elastic. You can do it with elastic that you tie. So if you want to do a proper Fedori notebook, Midori traveler's notebook, you need to get the kind that you can tie. But I may do mine with hair elastics. I don't know. So just bring an envelope if you guys want to make one along, or bring a couple of envelopes. And you need at least 2 hair elastics if you want to do 2 signatures in it. And I don't know, depending, maybe 10 or 12 sheets of paper or more, depending upon how thick you want your signatures, right? Sorry, I'm looking for my scissors. So that is what I'm going to do on Friday. I'm going to make I have to make some little journal gifts, and those are really fast and people always love them. And so you can bring any kind of paper that you want to bring. You can bring, you could bring you could bring copy paper, you could bring painted papers, you could bring magazine pages, you could bring any paper that you wanted, any paper that you felt like you needed, that you wanted to make your Midori notebook out of. Okay, and yeah, and it's a fun way. You can make a lot of really fun. And if you have grommets, I'll try to find my grommet tool. I can show you how to make them with grommets. It's just a fun way to make, or you can just, you don't even really need grommets. I guess you can just poke holes. So, hi Nalisha. Susan's bringing cookies, okay? So can you guys all have, like, she's going to bring some cookies. So that's what I'm going to do on Friday. So bring some paper and an envelope and some napkins and maybe some paint. I don't know. I don't have the color in my head for what it's going to look like in my head, but I do have that's what I've got going on. So that's what I'm going to do. So what do you girls think? Does that sound like fun to you? You guys hear my little dog? She's digging her on my couch. She's decided she's trying to make her bed on my couch. And she's digging. She's scratching. Stop that! Charlie! She's trying to dig her way to China on my couch, you guys. She is trying to dig her way out. I don't know where she's going, but she's in a hurry. So, I think that if you guys want to make along on Friday, I will definitely be better prepared and I won't be in a funk like I am today. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like totally ridiculous. That's how my life is going lately, but it's going to get better. It's totally going to get better. Totally, totally better. So I want to see you guys. Please join us in our Facebook group. And it's just about sharing and encouraging each other. It's not, why did we name her Charlie? I didn't name her Charlie. My 10-year-old named her Charlie. I don't know why Charlie. I don't know, Ash. Why does a 10-year-old do anything? I don't know why she named her Charlie. Okay? But that's her name. Her name is Charlie. Charlie! I don't know. All of her pets have C names. She has Charlie. Charlotte is the cat. And the bunny is named Carl's. Okay? Okay, so I don't really know the... Bye, Carol. Maybe we'll see you on Friday to make your Midori notebook with us. You know, the reasoning of a 10-year-old, one never knows. And her bunny is named Carl's. C-A-R-L-S, as in like Carl's Jr., although she's never been to a Carl's Jr. I don't know why she named her bunny Carl's. So there you go. Awesome. You know who else made egg carton roses, Michelle? Diana. Diana shared a picture of some egg carton roses. I have not made egg carton roses. Oh, Renee saying her niece named their dog Cookie, and it's a he. Okay. I know, right? I don't know. You guys, kids, they're in a world of their own. They have their own thing. So that's how it goes. So I don't know why she named her Charlie. She just did. In fact, we tried to get her to name her something else, but she wasn't going to. So you know what? We just let it be. We were like, why do all of our pets have to have C names? And she was just like, I like that name. So then we were all like, okay. So we just let it go. We totally let it go. Okay, I haven't seen your egg carton roses. I haven't made egg carton roses. I've made magazine flowers. I make all the time. Egg carton roses, I haven't made. Primarily because I don't get any egg cartons, you guys. We buy our eggs from somebody that sells organic eggs, and they don't send. You just get them in like a box. You don't get them in an egg carton. So I don't have any. Okay, you're voting for... I've been voting for Michelle's friend, too. I have been voting for Michelle's friend, too. So everybody go to Michelle's group page on Facebook and vote for her friend, please. Michelle, tell everybody in the group about your friend. She wins a van, right? Is that what it is? Tell everybody in the chat about your friend and how she wins her van. Can you tell her she deserves a van? She does. I've been voting for her, and you know what? I don't go on enough to do things, but I've been trying to remember every day since you told me about the van, and I think it's awesome. I think it's really awesome, and I think it's even more awesome that you're like wanting her to, like you're really helping her to win it. Michelle is like out there, you know, doing it for her friend, and I think that's so great. You can vote every 24 hours, and she wins a wheelchair accessible van because she needs it. She has a special needs son. So Nicole, can you send me some egg cartons since you have some? I'm just kidding. I think exactly. It's so funny. So you guys go on Michelle's Facebook. If you go to Michelle's videos and go to her, at the bottom of her videos is her Facebook group link. You can go and join her Facebook group, and then you can vote. It's pinned at the top. The thing. When does voting end? When is the last day? I mean, when is the final thing? Good night, Elaine. Okay, crafty friends, I love you guys. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful that you're my friends and my peeps. And I am so happy that you guys have spent some time with me today, and I'm just grateful. So Friday, get your stuff together. If you guys want to make along, get your envelopes, a couple of napkins if you want to do napkin decoupage, and some paint. If you want to use some stamps, you could stamp too. And you need some elastic. You can get any kind of, you want thin elastic, like that what is it called? 2mm elastic? Is that what the size of it is? I think it's like round, skinny, and thin. Or you can get a hair, or get some larger but thin ones, not fat, chunky. Because the fatter and the chunkier they are, the more they're going to mar up your journal. Ooh, no. Stay safe, Susan. No tropical storms. Ugh. Night, Bet. See you Friday. So, get your papers, and then join us on Friday. And it'll be the same time Friday. Friday, 3 o'clock my time, which is 9 o'clock Eastern time. Alright, girls, I am going to send you guys don't need to sit here and watch me glue. And I have to figure out what I'm going to cook. So close your eyes, friends, and breathe in, and breathe out. And as always, girls, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. So please join us on our Facebook group. Come over, share your pictures, share the love. Night, Scotty. Night, girls. Bye, Michelle. Bye, Bet. Bye, Susan. Bye, Renee. Bye, Dee. Bye, Ash. Come over and join us on Facebook. We'd love to see you. We'd love to have you. And we look forward to seeing all of your crafty creations. Good night, Alicia. Bye, Fiona. Big, huge hugs. Hugs to you girls. Bye, Patricia. Big, huge hugs. Always sending you girls so much aloha and happy creating. Alright, girls. See you Friday. See you Friday.